So I had to start all over again. People would pay $10 to take a picture with the chair.
Easily.
I would. Yes, let's talk about Tom,
get into that
my client Tom. But again, there's ways to get things done if you want to get them done. Finally talking about something again that's not politics and testosterone and fitness and stuff.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball.
And we welcome you to the Outlaw Apostle Show. I am Troy Neff, your host. Also with us in our little home studio is Chase. How are you doing? Yeah.
I'm doing pretty well.
Doing
a little better than yesterday.
Yeah, a little better than yesterday.
Yeah.
Feeling good?
All right. Getting slowly and better, slowly but surely.
Well, good deal.
How you doing,
Good to
Troy?
hear.
How's the knee, by the way? I don't think people have got a little update about that.
It's still, I still experience some slight swelling at times and a little bit of discomfort here and there. I just, hobbling along.
Have you still been taking the, I forget which one exactly it is, but you say you were taking the healing peptide.
Yes, the healing peptides. I did my shots today. I took both of them today, even though the one is every 2 weeks, or not every 2 weeks, it's twice a week, which is the TB 500.
Okay.
The BPC 157 is every day.
Gotcha.
And I will be taking a vial of that with me on my trip to Nashville tomorrow for the weekend. Yeah, I will be.
I guess we can start off with that.
You want to start off with that?
Might as well, right? Let's get out of the way there.
All
before
right.
We end up ranting about something else.
Yeah, I am so super excited. I get to see my daughter and her husband, my daughter Samantha. And for those that don't know, it's Samantha Jordan Neff. I named her. And I named her, and my ex-wife, my wife at the time, agreed, with the name. Because I liked being able to call her Sam. I liked being able to, and actually for business. Because if people see Sam Neff, they don't know it's not a dude. You know what I mean? Just it's kind of a little trick, you know what I mean? Just to.
I like that.
And then I loved calling her Sammy Joe. So we put that together, and she changed it from Sammy Joe, like SAMMY, to SAMI, because she's all girl. Yeah. She's girl like that. But super excited to see her. Oh, and Jordan.
That was the first.
Jordan is, even though I'm a Lakers fan, I was just mad into Michael Jordan. Loved MJ, still do, and when she was born was when he retired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 1994.
So that was
and I was crushed, dude. I was crushed because my kid wasn't going to be able to see the greatest basketball player of all time. And then he came back, and I literally would do this. I would go get my daughter out of her crib, and I would bring her into the living room with me at 10, 11 o'clock at night to watch, playoff games with Michael Jordan.
Gotta start him off young, man. Especially when, Jordan by then, he didn't have too many years left after that, did he?
Well, he had his second three-peat.
Did he really? After he retired?
Yeah. So he had 3, then he was out 1.
Yeah.
And then the next season, he came back late in the season, and they came close. And then it was the three-peat after that. Then it was the three-peat after the second three-peat after that. And a lot of people think if he hadn't taken those 2 years off, they could have won. They could have won 8.
Really?
Well, if you can win 3 twice,
what's another 2?
What's another 2?
Yeah.
But it did give someone else an opportunity that hadn't been able, some really great Hall of Famers that he really kept away, much like, you could say Tom Brady did, kept Super Bowl trophies out of other people's hands. MJ kept that trophy out of some really great ball players' hands. Now, it was Houston, Hakeem Olajuwon, and them that they won during that time period. Maybe both years. I'm not sure off the top of my head anymore.
I really can't remember either.
Yeah, but lots lots of great players are in the Hall of Fame,
Without a trophy.
Without a trophy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's crazy.
A couple great players from the Utah Jazz.
I like their old school. Their old school kids
Yeah,
were beautiful.
Phoenix Suns were good then as well. They were
days.
very, very
The
good. And they didn't win, so
yeah.
he definitely did that. So and she knows she's named after Michael Jordan.
Did she ever have
after-
any words against that?
Oh no,
No, never.
My
She
daughter's
really
loves
loves it?
sports. She loves sports.
Love that.
Loves sports.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it is cool. So I'm super excited about seeing her. And they recently, maybe 2 years ago, moved to Nashville.
Okay.
So this is my first time seeing them in Nashville.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they were in Chicago and we went to Chicago
okay.
prior to that, which is where Chicago is, where her husband is from, suburb from Chicago. And then they met in college, both at the University of Alabama. And so after they graduated, they went to Chicago. So
That's pretty nice. But you were gonna tell us about the hotel situation.
Yeah. So I figure, how much planning do I have to do?
Yeah.
I had the flight reservation. I actually had a different flight, but we had to change weeks because there was a death in the family. So we had to change things, and we did. But I was taking my time with the hotel. It's summer. You're not thinking anything of it. And so I start looking it up the other day, and it was not good. Well, first of all, I fucked up. I booked a room at the Four Seasons, luxury hotel, and somehow the wrong date came up after I did it. Like I put the date in at the beginning of the app.
Yeah.
When you put it in.
Yeah.
And somehow it came up wrong, and only one day, and in August. I'm like, that's not going to work. So I was scrambling to get it canceled, and I did. So, I didn't lose any money there. So then I go to put in the real date. Sold out. Literally sold out. Like I couldn't even get a shitty room at the Four Seasons, which is just a small room, just a basic room.
Yeah.
Like why to me as one person, why do I need a bigger room? It's all mental now.
Yeah.
Just like it used to be when I finally changed from riding cattle on an airplane and now, first class.
Mm-hmm.
Now I won't be first class tomorrow because they don't have first class. It's just I'll be getting on in the first 10 at Southwest to pick because there was no direct flight, and I hate that.
Yeah, that's what
I wanted the direct flight more, but I really don't like flying like this. I want to fly Delta, American, sometimes my second choice, but it's always Delta if they have a direct flight.
If they have it,
and first class. All right, because I'm not doing anything else. I can afford it. I want to do it, and my goal is at some point to be able to get into a program like NetJets to be able to fly privately.
Okay, nice.
So NetJets is like having leasing. You're leasing time with a private jet.
Gotcha. Okay.
And usually you're probably looking at a minimum of $250,000 to join and be a part of it, and you get so much time for that.
Yeah.
So I have to have an extra $250,000 to $400,000 a year to do that, and I expect to have that at some point. I'm probably not gonna have my own airplane, okay? And the planes, you can get a really great plane, for $3 to $4 million.
But
which doesn't, I know that may seem like a lot to a lot of people. It's not.
It's not for a plane, but I've heard the maintenance.
It's the maintenance that is
then you have to rent out like
crazy. So what a lot of people do is then they lease out almost like Airbnb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they lease their plane out to other people
smart.
to pay for the cost. If you're on the lower end of the bottom of the 1%, where
you got to do these little tricks.
Yeah, I would say. Probably at, $5 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good place for me to get into NetJets. And then, to me, to have ownership of a plane, a good plane, not a little
The one they drop off in
Piper
cartels
Cub
stuff.
bullshit. Yeah. Not the ones they're pushing drugs out of. That kind of stuff. Like a G7 or something like that. Yeah, I'm thinking like you need to have 50 million stuff somewhere that you don't need to touch.
Yeah.
That
makes
plus.
sense. Yeah.
That's just
If
my
you're doing it yearly, yeah.
Yeah. But I definitely think I can get to like the private jet part and
I could
the
see
net
it.
jets. That's
I could
that's my
easily see
goal,
it.
man.
Yeah,
that's my goal. That's my goal.
But
With flying.
the hotels.
So the hotel, like I want a good hotel, and she's about 10 minutes away from downtown. So then I ended up booking it at the Joseph, which is my ex did tell me that it was like as good, at least as good, maybe even considered a little bit better there, but at least as good because I really wasn't familiar with the Joseph.
Yeah.
So, but I have a small room. But there were 2 rooms left in the whole hotel. That's it. So I took what I had because at least I'm going to get that feeling. And why am I making a point of that? Because it's just becoming accustomed and a mindset that this is who you are and what you deserve. And again, it needs to be affordable. And maybe you can't afford a 7-day vacation in a place like this, but you need to begin to set your mindset and you go stay a night, 2 nights, like a weekend and get used to that. Cause it's really nice. I got to tell you, when I pull up, in Beverly Hills to the Beverly Wilshire and they say, "Welcome back, Mr. Neff." I like that. I like being taken care of. And seeing, the Rolls SUV parked in front of me, just a different mindset. Yeah. And you never know who you're going to see there. Yeah. Like when we were there, when I was there earlier this year, the Miami Heat stayed at that hotel, which is really...
The entire team?
Huh?
The entire team?
The entire team.
Oh, it's a hotel.
The Beverly Wilshire is a hotel.
Gotcha. I thought it was like a fancy like Airbnb type thing.
It's a hotel, and it has an amazing restaurant called Cut in it, which is Wolfgang Puck restaurant. And there's one in Vegas, and I've eaten at the one in Vegas. But I think my bill for just me, when it was just me, because I made a second trip to LA, to Beverly Hills, and it was just me. And I think my dinner that night was like $350 for just me. And there's no alcohol. There's no alcohol.
That's
There's no alcohol.
Jesus Christ. It would have been like almost like closer to $1,000 if you were drinking alcohol.
Dude, that was one of the best steaks I've ever had. And when I ate at Cut in Vegas, it was one of the best steaks I've ever had, but that was quite a number of years ago.
Gotcha.
But it's just you didn't even have to leave the hotel to go to
a
5-star steakhouse. It's just absolutely amazing. But anyways, so I find out so I'm talking to my daughter. We're messaging back and forth. Like, what the fuck is going on in Nashville? Like, it just seemed like something has to be going on out of the ordinary to be booked out like this. And she wanted to take me to a particular restaurant that is at the Westin or Bourbon Steak, and couldn't get a reservation there. And that was almost a week in advance and couldn't get a reservation there. And the whole reason is, well, Trump's going to be in town. There's a Bitcoin convention in town in Nashville, and Trump is going to be speaking at that Bitcoin convention. So you put those 2 things together, and Nashville is packed this weekend because I'm like, it's summer. Because what do they do in Nashville mostly except drink and listen to country music?
Sounds about right.
It's really, really known for its bars and obviously country music, but it's bars. It's known for, its bar scene. So that's what we decided to do, and we're gonna do this indoor putt place.
Okay. I
Kind
love
of
those
thing.
games. I love the indoor ones.
Yeah, this is supposed to be really cool. It was suggested to us by my ex. I asked her, what are some other things I could say maybe we could do? Top golf would have been fun, except I can't do that
I was
with
about
my
to say,
leg.
the putting is probably a
With
little
my
bit better
leg,
suited for
I
you
can
right now.
I can hobble around and putt. And do
Maybe
that.
you can carry out a crutch and use the crutch as the putter.
So that's going to be Friday night. Thursday night, when I get in, I'm going to have an early dinner, probably for the same reason. We're doing it early because that's all they could get a reservation for, is Anthony Vasquez. He's my watch guy,
Okay.
my Rolex watch guy.
Oh, he did say he was out of Nashville.
Yes. Music City Timepieces is the name of his company, and he has more than Rolexes.
Mhm.
And, we...
You plan on picking one up?
Oh, no.
No,
Not right
this
now.
time around.
Yeah, I got that Hulk not too long ago.
I do remember that's pretty new.
Yeah, and I don't have a gold Rolex yet. I
Oh.
have a two-tone,
Okay.
but I got away from gold, probably 15 years ago, maybe. Gold
the
just
silver
wasn't
a
the
little bit
thing, and gold had went up, and we all sold our gold because we bought it for $300 and we sold it for $1,500. You know what I mean? Gold prices had really changed back then, and they've still gone up since then, obviously, but it's not always straight up. But anyways, gold has become a little bit more popular again,
Yeah.
and I do have a two-tone, so I'm debating, if I want to get a presidential
Okay.
Rolex, which is, just solid gold, and usually a Jubilee bracelet. I don't have, and none of my Rolexes are Jubilee bracelets, which is just a different style. They're all,
For the band.
yeah, they're all, no, more like this is,
Like
would
the
be,
outside, right?
yeah, this is considered more oyster. Now, this is made by Rolex, but this is not a Rolex. This is a Tudor watch.
Gotcha.
And this one, because I bought this band brand new, I bought, the watch and this brand new in Michigan. It was probably a little over $5,000
Okay.
for the watch
For
and
a watch,
then a
that's not
different
bad.
band.
That's a pretty good
Not
price.
for that kind
Yeah,
of
that's a
this
pretty good
kind
price.
of this
Yeah.
kind of watch, and I bought two watches.
Yeah, that's probably why they give you a little.
yeah. I there was a watch that
Hey, I
I've
don't blame
been
you. I love watches.
wanting, and there was a Breitling chronograph that I'm going to be taking with me this weekend. That I'll wear. That it's got a blue face. That was about a little over 10, brand new. So yeah. And then I got some watch cases and the winders. I think I dropped about $17,000 that day.
Not like on the case and all the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to protect those watches.
You have to.
You have to. You got to.
And then when I travel, they'll be in my backpack. They'll be with me. That ain't going fucking anywhere else.
Hell no.
No. But I get to meet Anthony. We met, I think, online.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We came across each other online. He's a vet. He's a veteran-owned business, and we just have a similar mindset and drive. Like he recently, in the last year, bought one of like his first kind of dream car, which was an Audi A8.
Nice car.
Very nice car.
Very
Very,
nice car.
very nice. And, seeing him over the last 3 years grow his business, and it continues to grow. He sold some watches to some famous country singers already. That's kind of cool too.
It's pretty neat to have under your belt.
Yeah, and I forget the guy's name, Scott. What's his? I can't remember his last name. He was with one of the Kardashians. Do you know? Put Scott and Kardashian in. We'll come up with the name. But he just flew, like in the last couple months, to L.A. and took him a watch, sold him a watch, and went to L.A. and recorded some content and did that.
Scott Discs.
Yeah. Is it Dissect?
Dissect.
Dissect.
Yeah.
Scott Dissect. Yeah. And he had been on the, their reality show and stuff like that.
yeah.
So he's well known. That's why I was having a Biden moment. All right, there is a price to be paid to listen to and watch this broadcast. And that is, we need you to like, to comment, and most importantly, to share. don't forget subscribe. I don't know which is more important, subscribing or sharing, but both are really, really good, right? That's what we need. If we get value, if we provide you value, if you like this, you want us to continue this, you want me to get better, I'll do my best to do that. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I'm Troy Neff, your host, the fucking guy.
Did we talk about biting yesterday?
Now, should we have? What's there to talk about?
There really
Other than
isn't much
nobody,
to talk about.
the only thing to talk about is nobody knows where the motherfucker is.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw it, but there's a new video saying that there was that Biden was in fact well, but people are saying that doesn't seem to be current.
He's
video.
supposed to speak tonight. This is Wednesday night. This
Okay.
is July 24th that we're recording this in the afternoon. But he's supposed to speak from the Oval Office tonight. I do know that.
Okay.
And we haven't heard or seen from him,
Yeah, that's what
since he
everyone was
dropped
saying.
out.
That for some reason he
Like, what's up,
disappeared for a
dude?
little bit.
Yeah. Getting his marching orders.
People are saying Kamala has him in his basement.
In her basement.
In her basement, yeah.
Maybe. So yeah, this is really cool. He's a client of mine. I'm a client of his, and I'm just excited about meeting him. For the first time, and I love traveling and being able to do that, and being able to add this to the trip to see my daughter
Like an
really
additional
is.
thing,
Yeah, it's really kind of cool. So and I'll work out when I'm there. Obviously,
Can't miss the gym.
I don't miss the gym. Probably not tomorrow.
Yeah.
I could maybe in the afternoon. I might have enough time
have
to
time,
get it
yeah.
quick if it's decent enough at the hotel. But it's also one of the reasons why I keep a membership with Planet Fitness. Is pretty much I could travel anywhere and I can find a Planet Fitness. So I do like
That's smart. Yeah.
I do like that membership, and that's one of the reasons I keep it. Because I don't give a fuck what people think of the
About
Purple
the
Planet.
place, yeah.
Yeah, like most of those people, it's like if you don't know how to work out
They're the
at
ones, yeah.
Planet Fitness and get a workout in, you just really don't know how to work out.
You just follow
And there are
influencers.
ways around the fact that they may not have dumbbells past 70. You can do drop sets. You can do pre-exhaust techniques. There's all kinds of ways to do that. Now, if you were a power lifter, no, not so much. But for every other motherfucker, you should be able to know how to get it in there. Or even, I've even gotten it in places where they didn't have really any leg equipment, at a hotel little gym.
Just small, basic.
You're
like
going
one
to
or two
use
machines.
and I'm actually going to start incorporating that when I start my rehab is Bulgarian split squats.
Oof. They're really good, but
one
I
leg at a
hate them
time,
so
holding
much.
dumbbells,
Yeah.
foot on a bench. But again, there's ways to get things done if you want to get them done. That's how it is. So there's usually something you can do.
No, I agree. I totally agree.
And that's just part of my routine. It's a part of my lifestyle. It's not, I'm going to take a break right now. This is a good opportunity for me to take a break. There's no breaks. There's no breaks. There may be a day here and there that life forces a break.
Yeah.
But, those weeks I usually typically get in 5 days instead of 6. And out of the last 15 days or whatever it's been, I think I've missed one day. And we had
That's
a
a good
stretch
ratio.
there where after my knee injury, we were there the next
You're
day,
still there, yeah.
and I probably had 11, 12 days in a row after that. We went every day. We were there the next motherfucking day.
I remember you coming in and you're like, yeah,
I think we went after I had the MRI.
I remember you
we
doing
went
that,
from
yeah.
the place where we got
To
the
the gym.
MRI to the gym.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's badass, man. I love that mentality. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that and just having a great time. We're gonna have breakfast together on Saturday morning. We're gonna have dinner Saturday night, and then I'm thinking shopping in between there on Saturday. In between there, I mean, how can you not want to go shopping with me?
I wouldn't say no. I'll tell you
You
that.
say no. You wouldn't. It's probably not a good idea. So I'm really looking forward to it. And we've been messaging.
So is this your
almost
first
every
time
day.
in Nashville?
No,
Okay.
no. I've been to Nashville a couple of times.
Gotcha.
And I enjoy Nashville.
Mhm.
Like I really enjoy it. I've been to the Bluebird Cafe, which is famous. I'd love a chance to get there again. Probably won't happen on
I
this
was about to
trip.
say, yeah.
It's very, very small, little small tables, and it's where the writers go.
Okay.
And they'll
Sit
like the
there and-
writers of the songs for the big stars.
Oh, okay. So
Like
it's a pretty
somebody who,
common
like,
place.
if Jason Aldean doesn't write a song and he gets a song from someone else, yeah, they might be there. Kind of a
Gotcha.
thing. Does that make sense?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Really kind of
that's
cool.
pretty-
Yeah, it's
that's-
very
that's my
cool.
type of
It's
vibe right
very,
there. I like
it's
that.
it's very small. It's very,
Like private, almost in
yes,
a way. Like it's not like super packed.
It's cool. Cool
I like
place.
that.
Very famous there. That's a good thing to.
And what was
good
it called
place
one
to
more
do.
time?
Bluebird Cafe.
Bluebird Cafe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go and try that sometime. That sounds someplace like I would really.
And
enjoy.
then Morgan Wallen has I think his new bar is open now.
The
And then
country singer.
yeah,
Okay.
the one that got in trouble for throwing the chair off of the bar.
Oh yeah. Now I know who that is.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
That is
alcohol makes you
funny.
do crazy things.
Yes, it does. I think he should have went and got that chair and roped that motherfucker off and displayed it in his own bar.
Oh yeah.
You know what I
That'd been a
mean?
nice little piece.
Yeah,
I like that.
that would be cool. And let people take pictures holding the chair like they're gonna
Yeah,
throw
like
it.
Yes, that's exactly what
Sell
I'm
that shit. That would be funny. People would pay
Someone
$10
would
to
bu-
take a picture with the chair.
easily.
I would.
I would too.
I know it's stupid, but I would do it
Yeah,
just
I
because
mean,
it's stupid.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. That's the whole point.
So there you go. That's with it about Nashville. That
That's
it's
gonna be
just,
in
it's
the next
just
few
packed.
days, isn't it?
Yep. Thursday, come back Sunday, and
Nice.
Dawn will be coming back.
Next
Leaving
week.
on Friday. She should be here by late Saturday, maybe. Driving from Missouri. So and
Missouri.
her son. Yep,
That's a
just
drive.
outside of St. Louis,
Ooh,
man.
that's a
O'Fallon, Missouri. Yep. So we'll both be getting back about the same time.
Same time.
A little bit.
That works
She'll
out.
get here a little bit before me, and then I come in Saturday afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then I did want to say, because we were supposed to talk about Tom yesterday, and we completely
Yes, let's
forgot.
talk about
Let's get
Tom.
into that
My
before
client,
we start.
Tom. Tom is 70, 71 years old. Let me pull Tom up on my phone. I am so excited for Tom, and I'm going to highlight some people. And I had Tom send some pictures. We're going to put them up and give him a shout out, because this is what really makes me enjoy what I do. And so Tom has recently been hitting some PRs, and he likes to lift, fairly heavy for anybody's
70.
age, but especially for 70. And it was a big deal for him to get to 225 pounds benching, repping 225 pounds.
Just once.
And I think right now he's in the low to mid 20s. And right now, if I were to, because I'm not bench pressing right now,
Yeah.
I'm using machines.
Dumbbells. Oh, machines. Yeah.
I would probably be somewhere between 15 and 20. And, I'm 15 years younger.
Younger than
Right. But you have to practice it too. But he is, and just doing great. And just to see the change in his body that y'all can see here with you putting up the pictures of him, just fantastic. And he keeps me updated. But personal bench, he just did close grip bench. He did 8 reps with 250.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, 70 and a half. He's 70 and a half. And, he's an OG badass,
He's
dude.
shredded.
Yeah. So, and then did 9 reps yesterday. He messaged me again. 9 reps yesterday with 260.
Said 260?
260. So I'm not big on 1 rep maxes.
Yeah.
But I would say there's a good chance that if he were to attempt a 1 rep max, there's a good chance he can push 315.
315, you think?
Which is 3 plates.
3 plates.
At 70 and a half years old.
That's impressive.
Yes.
Even at whatever age you're.
And right now, he has done, some just basic test cycles. But right now, he's doing just TRT. He's just doing the TRT dose. So about a half a ml of testosterone, twice a week.
Yeah.
And dude is fit as fuck. You can see the picture show. He's fit as fuck, dude.
It's impressive.
That's
it
what
really
it
is
is.
impressive.
But again,
to get that
and
at 70
it's amazing what he's doing. And I tell him all the time, I'm like, you realize, say above 60 years old, you're in the top 1%.
probably like
Easily.
Easy. He's on top of that top.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there's some people that might be,
yeah, but there's not that many.
Not that many.
There's definitely not that many.
I mean, there are people that still compete
Yeah.
in their 70s.
But I mean,
But no, not like this.
Not like
This is
this, yeah.
this is really, really solid. But I want to make the point that anybody who it's hard. Most people just don't want to put in the effort. He'll tell you because people tell him, I think I'm gonna start lifting weights. And he just smacks them down. He's so funny. He's like, no, you're not. You're not gonna do it. You don't have what it takes to do it. It takes commitment to do it. You don't have what it takes. You just talk about it. Every time I see you, you're talking about it. You ain't never about doing about it. He gives them shit, dude.
no, that's fair. I mean, that's motivation in a way.
Or they'll be like, yeah, I haven't lifted in 15 years, but I could probably do close to that.
Yeah.
And they think they could do it. And he's like, no, you can't. Come on over. We'll load up the bench. I got $100 for you if you could do it. Let's see if you could do it. You want to see if you can do it? Because I could do it. He gives them shit, dude.
I like that.
I love it. I do love it. But, I am going to do this from time to time, highlight a client on the show because they deserve it. They deserve the
put in the work.
recognition, both men and women that we've helped make life changes. And it's really the great thing that I get to do, that I absolutely love to do. And I appreciate that Tom all the time. I mean, almost every time he messages me, he says something about I wouldn't be here without you and says a bunch of nice things. But honestly, my role is this big. My role is this big. My role doesn't mean shit if the person that I'm working with doesn't put in the work. Doesn't mean shit. So they got to do their end, and their end is more important than mine. And if they did their end without my help, they'd still be good. They wouldn't reach their maximum potential.
Yeah.
And I love being able to help people do that. So shout out to Tom Moeller. Dude, I appreciate you. You're a great client. And I'm so happy that at 70 and a half year old, personal best. Think of what personal best means. It means he ain't ever hit those numbers at any other time in his life. He didn't do it when he was 50. This isn't a personal best at 70 and a half. This is a personal best. To be your best and strongest you've ever been at 70 and a half years old. That says something. 100%. And it also says that it's good to do even later in life.
Yeah.
That it's not too late. Do what you can do. And he said, but Troy, I can't, my body's breaking. You got to motherfucking start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. I was talking to a gentleman outside the gym that kind of stopped me, that was talking about his knee replacements because he saw me hobbling with my knee brace and, just people just stop me and talk. And we're talking and we're look, go in there and do, if it's 20 pounds,
Yeah.
do the motherfucking 20 pounds. Start somewhere. Because I was trying to, build him up a little bit. You're here. Don't shit on being there. Don't shit on yourself for showing the fuck up. Because that is the hardest part. That first step is the toughest.
Yeah.
Because people put that off. And every step after that, it gets easier and easier and easier. And that's why eventually it becomes a habit. By then, you're just doing it without thinking. But that's how you get there. But yet it took how long to take that first step? And sometimes, like what I try to do is not think about the first step. It's just a motherfucking jump. Just go. Just block it out and go. Just do it. Do what you hate doing or think you're not going to like or whatever it is. So that's it. So Tom, love you, buddy. Appreciate you. And keep going, man. Keep me updated. I love the updates because it just makes my day when somebody randomly sends that to me.
I'm doing great.
So I have something else along this line that I want to talk about since we're finally talking about something again that's not politics and testosterone and fitness and stuff. So I did a whole podcast basically right on semaglutide.
Correct.
And I'm glad I did. And what Chase does is he gives me clips that he uses for shorts and that I use to put on Reels, Facebook posts, and TikTok. And I was up over 15,000 followers, which may not sound like a lot to some of you on TikTok, but they were a very important 15,000 and very valuable 15,000. But my account got banned ultimately for repeated violations. My videos, which other fake accounts use those videos and they're still up. They're not banned. So I had to start all over again. Now, I've gotten a lot of clients from TikTok over the last few years. I mean, a lot. Well, my account getting banned doesn't affect my business in that way of my existing clients, right? And I am surprised at starting from scratch again, how many views my video so far have gotten. Yeah. Low would be 300 to 500, probably 80% of them between 500 and 1,000 views. And I've had a couple of decent ones that maybe were over 4,000 or 5,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe the first one was under 300, but here's what's happening with the semaglutide tips. I've posted them. And I don't know if it's because there's semaglutide in just my words, if it listens to those words and it's affecting the views, or because of, what I add to it by any commentary or anything with it. I don't know what's going on, but I know I posted it, deleted it, and reposted it about 4 times. And I can't get over 50 views.
It's just not getting out to people. It's like a little shadow ban. It is possible because I know on YouTube.
But why? What are they upset about with the use of the word semaglutide?
I think there's just a group of words that, because everything's system generated.
Okay,
I don't think there's a person sitting there. I think it's like a computer that they program.
But why did they program it that way when they allow clinics to advertise semaglutide on TikTok? So there are clinic ads for you to be able to purchase. Are they doing it because I'm not paying for an ad?
I think that's what I was going to tell you.
And somebody else is?
I think it's like a licensing thing, or like, again, I'll look it up. I'll look into it, but
because and now I'm really crazed about this because I'm going to pull it up right now. I posted one. So when I'm wearing the orange shirt, this is the video, the podcast that you just posted yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I mentioned semaglutide in this video, and you made a clip of it because I was really talking about Dr. William Seeds at the time and pushing back against a lot of this false and bad information about it. Pushing back against that.
Yeah, I remember.
And so semaglutide comes up, you can, if you can see that, it comes up in the beginning of this particular
it's like
video,
one of the first things you say,
Dude, I got, when did I post this? 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago. It's just shy of 3 hours ago, between 2 and 3 hours ago. It says 14 views. Dude, I could put a plain picture of myself up with zero commentary, okay, and get more than 14 views and get likes. But I'm getting nothing. No comments, no likes, 14 views. Because views don't really mean shit to me, because it can maybe pop up. I don't know how long it has to stay up to be counted like that.
It does say TikTok may also remove content that contains certain words or phrases that are associated with harmful behaviors, such as promoting drug use or self-harm. And maybe because it's categorized as a drug, that the system just manually will. Because again, I don't think
we're talking about this in dieting.
Yeah, but because like I said,
and weight loss.
I think it's a algorithm. It's not necessarily like a person.
But again, a person put the algorithm together.
Yes,
they put the parameters in.
Correct, but I don't think it's good enough to where it'll do research as to what type of drug it is. They have a list of drugs, and if it listens to say a certain thing, then it'll just put it into like a.
But if I talk about testosterone and post it, I did a testosterone shot in my kitchen and posted it.
I see. Yeah, I saw that one.
And
I really don't know, to be completely honest.
I'm just wondering what it just seems right now to be tied with these weight loss drugs.
Well, I mean,
I'm not happy about it.
If you really want to get like, what was the word? Like conspiracy. I mean, something like semaglutide is gonna sell more than something like this, because testosterone, there's many different options, right? When semaglutide, there's a certain amount, and isn't there a certain company or two that controls a good amount of those? So wouldn't again, conspiracy out here, conspiracies could be right,
I know.
Could be wrong.
I'm just saying
that they might have like a higher priority on semaglutide than testosterone.
But this just seems more recent, because on my other account, before I got banned, I did semaglutide videos and got thousands and thousands of views.
Yeah.
And now I'm like at 400, man. I just haven't hit yet with a video where it'll propel me to get a few hundred or 1,000 people really quickly following me. Yeah. I've had that happen before a few times. So far, since I've been back on with this account, that hasn't happened.
Shot up or anything.
But, I just do what I do. I don't get real upset about it. I just keep plugging away, keep posting, using all of them. This is really helping with what you're doing, promote this. This show. Yeah. Nobody knows about my podcast, and we have more views on my worst viewed podcast than we do my semaglutide video.
I'm really curious to
come on.
That is,
that's not right.
Did you post them on Facebook?
And we've had, as well? Our ones in the beginning, we got more views.
I remember one, you came into the bank, and when you walked in, it had like over 8,000 or something like that.
No, but I'm talking about on YouTube.
On YouTube, really? Oh,
no, our podcast.
Yeah,
I think early on we had a couple that were over 100, maybe like 140, 150 or something like that.
I think it was like 147 if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I want to get back up there. What's have we hit the 100 mark yet?
We're at 102, I think. we hit 100 like 2 episodes ago, I want to say.
Oh.
Yeah, we're at 102. I can actually tell you who the 100th subscriber
And
was.
this one, we were wrong. This one, it's this episode that's up now says that's number 16.
Well,
So we did 17 yesterday.
no. So the reason for that is because of the emergency podcast. I didn't call it a episode, like a specific episode, because I
It
thought,
still counts towards our 21.
no, 100%. I just didn't want to like.
All right.
I don't know
That's
why.
okay. I don't know. But it's okay. But
I can always go in and adjust it.
no,
It's
it doesn't matter. Well, it says the right thing on here, is what I'm telling you. We said the wrong thing yesterday.
Oh, we said the wrong thing.
We said the wrong thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it says we're at 16 that are up and posted, and we did 17 yesterday that you will put up tomorrow, right?
Not really that. Let me double check this because my brain is.
But the one
malfunctioning.
yesterday isn't up
No. That one will go up tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Correct.
And so this is really episode 18.
If we're considering the
Yes.
emergency podcast,
Yes, it's a real podcast.
Correct.
It was, we called it emergency podcast. It wasn't a part of our regular 2. It was an extra one, but it's still
That's
an
why
episode.
That's why I didn't number that. Because
That's what in your head what you were saying.
No, not even on YouTube, it's not like numbered either. It's just emergency podcast. I didn't put a number on there because it wasn't
Okay.
like if you do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I know you didn't number it on there.
Yes, but this is
But it gives you the total number
Yes.
separate from that of how many are posted.
no. Yes, I understand what you're saying.
That's the number I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not the number that, hey, this is show number 17.
See, I was going off the episode number.
Well,
You're talking
yeah,
about
we
total.
should. But next time, let's count them. Yeah, if it's it
Like,
doesn't matter.
I can
yeah.
go in there and change them.
Yeah, if you could change it, yeah, just go ahead and
I
change
can do
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, the bottom line, that's a lot to say to get to the point where this is number 18, and I'm excited about getting 3 more in so that we are at the bottom of 1%. Because getting over 20 episodes, if you get 21 episodes, if you podcast, put up a podcast, 21 episodes, you are in the top 1% of all podcasters. You're at the bottom of 1%, but according to Alex Hormozy, those are the numbers, and you're at the bottom 1%, and I'm excited about getting there.
Oh, sorry.
Yes?
I want to
Go
correct you
ahead.
just because.
Please correct.
So there is one of the shorts was over a minute, so it's not posted, but it's on there uploaded. So that's why you're getting 18. So the episode we did yesterday was 16. So, oh no, you are right. I can't do math.
Okay.
Never mind. Let's just forget about all that. We'll move on.
Let's just go with, I used to be a financial advisor. I'm the math guy. All right. So I'm excited about that. But I did want to mention that, if you're interested in learning the truth about semaglutide, check out the podcast specifically on that. It's not, to my knowledge, in any way being, suppressed in any way on YouTube, but it does. The clips from that episode on TikTok are definitely being, not put in people's feeds, which is a shame. It really is, because it's such an important thing that we're going to be talking about for a long, long while. We're going to be talking about the improved peptides that are coming out that just keep getting better and better, and explaining them to people so that they know how to do them properly, whether you go to a clinic or your doctor to do it, but just the best tools to help somebody make a lifestyle change that I've seen in all my years in fitness anyways. So I'm old. That's a long time. So that's the other one I have. So, all right, moving on. Very interesting. I do want to touch a little bit on politics today. That I did watch a little bit this morning when I was just around the house, getting things ready, packing. I was watching the hearing that they've continued to have. And this hearing, they were interviewing the head of the FBI,
Okay.
which is Ray. Ray is the head of the FBI,
Mhm.
and the director of the FBI.
Yeah.
So Director Ray actually was answering questions. And to contrast that with how the now former Secret Service director was answering questions in front of the committee.
I saw this as well.
Like he would say,
The
like
former
if he
sniper, right? Was it the former sniper? Or am I thinking of a different?
No, you're thinking of somebody different. No. Kim Cheadle was the one that I was saying that needed to resign. She's the head of the Secret Service. So she resigned. She did a terrible job on Monday of answering the committee's questions. Both Republicans and Democrats wanted her to resign. She said she wasn't going to. I believe after her testimony, she got a call from the White House and basically was told, you need to resign or you're going to force me to fire you. She resigned the next morning, which was Tuesday. While Director Ray was being viewed today, asked questions, testifying. That's the better way to say it. He was testifying before the committee today, and he was answering questions, and she should have done the same thing. I don't believe she would have kept her job because of the failure of, what their mission is.
Kind of fucked up pretty bad.
But it would have looked a lot better for her. And what I mean by this is he answered questions. So remember the bullet question? How many bullets were on the roof?
Yeah.
He answered. There were 8.
8?
8 casings. He got off 8 shots.
I didn't know. I thought it was only 4. 8?
8 shots. And he answered the question. She had talked to the FBI. They told her the answer, but she refused to tell the committee.
Said it was classified.
And she didn't even say that. She just said she wasn't going to say. It's so stupid. She was just horrible at it. And there were times when he answered where maybe the answer, where he could have done something similar.
Yeah.
Where he
could have
said, you know what? I kind of know what we know now, but it might turn out that it might change. But what he did instead is he said that. He said, this is what we know now, and it's possible that could change. Like there could be more or whatever. This is what we know to date, that, there were this many this or that or whatever the answer was.
Yeah.
Again, just answer the question. This is what I know now. I'm not saying this is a final answer. This is the current answer of the best information we have today while you're asking me that question.
Yeah.
Where she just seemed defiant to their questions, both Republicans and Democrats, like, fuck you, kind of a thing. He was not like that at all. Now, he did avoid answering questions on both sides, okay? There were Democrats that tried to do it to him and Republicans that tried to do it to him. There were Democrats that tried to get him basically to say, guns are bad. We should take them away from all Americans. Okay. And then there were Republicans that basically tried to push him the other direction, and enter the political fight of, well,
we need weapons.
That you don't think that we should take weapons away from law-abiding individuals, do you? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
They were pushing an agenda, and they weren't really necessarily asking questions about
the
really what
situation.
the situation or topic was. Although Schiff, who's a congressman out in California, he's just a total piece of shit. He was one of those that pushed hard during Trump's impeachment.
Okay.
And I just can't stand him. He's running for Senate now.
Okay.
And he'll probably get it because it's California.
Yeah.
And I think he's running against the former Dodger baseball player, Major League Baseball player. from my era. And I can't really like. So, do you have that?
Steve Gravy?
Steve Garvey.
Garvey.
Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey. I don't know. Is Steve Garvey in the Hall of Fame? He was a really, if he wasn't, then he was one of the top players, just not quite good enough to be in the Hall of Fame. But he was really a good player. He was a top player. Yeah.
Failed to during the 15 years.
So he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Gravy failed.
Garvey.
Yeah.
Gravy.
I'm just hungry,
You
apparently.
must be hungry, man. Want me to get you some food?
His highest percentage of votes was only 42.6%.
Really? I'm surprised. He was a good player, though. He was a star. You know, he wasn't just, how many seasons did it say that he played?
15.
Yeah. 15 seasons is a good career, man.
If you're sticking around for 15
If you're sticking around for 50, you don't last for 15 years if you're not good. That don't happen.
That does not happen.
That does not happen. We know that. Now, not everybody with 15 years is worthy of the Hall of Fame, but
no.
I actually really wasn't sure. Because it didn't surprise me either way. Because it was one of those borderline ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like he was in the conversation, but not towards the top of the list.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. So that's who, and I think Schiff, like right now, the polls have Schiff ahead by a pretty decent amount. They're running for U.S. Senate in California.
For Senate, yeah.
Yeah.
I was too busy on the gravy.
You're still on gravy. But I can't stand it. So what he had this series of questions, Schiff did, for Director Ray about felons, and like, would you hire a felon? With the punchline being, but we're gonna have a felon for president. Yeah, and it's like, fuck you, dude. Come on, because are you that stupid? Maybe there's no FBI agents that are felons.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't think that the FBI has assets, assets equals people.
Oh, yeah.
That help them get information to make other convictions that are felons, you don't think they work with felons, get information from felons? How about this, you dumbass? Felons are very valuable to the FBI.
Actually really useful.
Right?
They're like one of the main, like without those assets, they probably wouldn't get.
Or how about you're going to help me, or we're going to make you a felon?
Yeah.
Right? Like this.
Yeah.
But that was and he did he didn't buy into it and say that, Trump shouldn't be president because he was a felon. But he answered the questions that no, the FBI you wouldn't get far in the process of becoming an FBI agent if you were a felon.
If you were a felon, yeah.
Okay. That one snuck through that little dig. But he didn't get into the other stuff. And I'm not a fan of Director Ray's at all. He was appointed by Trump, but, we haven't had, the FBI does not have the trust of the American people that it did, say, even 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
And especially after everything that happened between the FBI and Trump. The FBI and Hillary. They're mad. They were, mad at the FBI over, how that investigation went. Both sides were upset about that kind of stuff. So, yeah. So I did want to bring up the contrast in
the answers.
How the answers of what they did. And again, it's not me getting that information from somewhere else. That's me literally watching it firsthand and seeing it, which I think is a great way to get information.
You get an extra
unfiltered.
Put your own opinion into it.
You take it for what it is, but again, we do need people that we can trust. I need people that I can trust, and I try to find those people and share those. That's where I think I'm of value to my clients even, is it's not only my knowledge, but those clients that want to further their own knowledge and really because they're interested in the topic, peptides, testosterone, human growth hormone, health, vitamins, this whole thing, that giving them places, or like, this is who I follow. This is who I listen to.
Like your sources.
This is my sources of who I listen to for diet, you know. And some people I listen to for very specific things and not everything.
Like a
Because
certain
they're
episode or
really
something like
good about like a particular thing.
Yeah.
Like when you get into intermittent fasting, there's a couple people really good with intermittent fasting. When you get into carnivore diet, there's 2 or 3 doctors that are really good with the carnivore diet that you're going to get your best information from those 2 or 3.
Yeah.
There might be 103. Your best information is going to come from these 2 or 3 that I've done the homework to at least whittle it down for you to make it easier, because it's great that we have access to all of this information now and more information than ever before on anything you want to do or know. But there's also a lot of shitty, incorrect information. And I don't think as a whole that everyone is good at being able to sift through what's good and bad, or, you know, in figuring that out. So, you know, if I can provide a benefit in that way, no different than doing this show, that we want to provide value, be a place where you can come. You know, I'm wearing the MAGA hat, and I've worn it on a few episodes.
That's
now.
a nice one. You should do a little tilt right here, because the side of the hat, actually, the gradient on that, I like it. I like it.
And I'm taking 3 MAGA hats with me to Nashville, which
Perfect
they'll
timing,
be
by the way.
very popular.
I was about to say, it's perfect timing.
They'll be very popular there for my workout outfits.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to be wearing a few around? I'm assuming so, around Nashville, or no?
Not that I wouldn't, but like
No, it's just not,
I have dressier hats.
Gotcha. Okay.
For when we're going out to eat or doing other things. You know, I think I have
A Capone type.
I have a coach hat that I'm wearing on the way home.
Gotcha.
So I even have my outfits like for what I'm going to wear on certain days or what I do. You know, so I have an outfit to wear on the plane there. And then I may or may not change for the evening.
Yeah.
Now it does get down to 68, 70 at night.
Is it windy out there?
Nashville?
Yeah. I don't know
It's
too
not
much
like
about,
super,
I don't know
it's-
too much
it's
about
the
Nashville.
Midwest. Like,
Oh,
if it storms,
okay.
you know, it's like any other Midwestern area. It's nothing. It's like Ohio. It's weather similar to
Okay.
Ohio in the summer. You know, it's going to be, I think, mid 80s while I'm there. And then next week, get up to low 90s is what I saw.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to rain for a couple of days, a 50% chance of rain. But, you know, so I'm looking at the weather. I got a couple pairs of my Lululemon pants I'm taking with me. But I don't know if my knee brace is going to fit good inside those pants. You know, I'll wear them if I have to. We'll see how that goes or works. But yeah, so I got my other hats, my dressier hats, are usually either like my black clover hats, the lucky hats. If you've seen those, the lucky hats, where it's just a clover,
Like a clover.
on there. Yeah, but it's called Black Clover is the name of the company.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this before.
Like Tony Robbins wears them. A lot of people wear them. They're really mostly a good hat. And then I've been buying quite a few Travis Mathew hats, and I have the Travis Mathew. Travis Mathew's kind of like casual golf dress attire.
Yeah,
you know, which is appropriate for going out because that's what people wear now. You know, and my cool shoes.
Yeah, the
my Cole Haan shoes. Yeah.
So, do you see Trump golf? I don't know if you saw that video, but
the one where he was with DeChambeau and made that great shot onto the green.
But I believe it was like pretty recent, like about a week ago, because people were saying that Trump actually can't like golf or whatever.
Oh no, dude, Dude can golf.
Dude can golf. He has a weird swing, but
it's not terrible. Weird.
I'm not a golfer, but
yeah.
that's what people were saying in the comments. They were just saying that the form was slightly off, but
dude,
the hit is still pretty good.
80 years old,
That's what I
and
was
he's
assuming.
heavier.
Yeah,
and he's heavier.
Every time
you know what I mean?
When he would do the drive, he would definitely take an extra step forward.
It had a little bit of that has to do with his weight.
Yeah.
You know, now.
But he's still.
But he's
really good
adjted because he can golf. Because somebody else was saying he stripe and drives 270 yards and in the fairway almost every time.
Yeah, it was impressive. It really was. Because I know he kept talking about golf and stuff like that. And I follow a few golf channels on YouTube. Yeah. And it popped up one of these days. I was like, oh.
Yeah, see the hit with DeChambeau, which is the pro golfer who has like some kind of podcast, and they posted it. And Trump lands it on the green, this really good shot over 200 yards away. And then Trump says, like, yeah, I don't think Biden could do that. Or he makes some comment about Biden. Biden couldn't do that.
I remember that.
And there's no way. Biden couldn't roll the ball halfway the fuck there.
He'd probably fall further than the ball.
Biden, you telling me Biden could take a legitimate swing, and by swing, I mean effort-wise.
No,
a legitimate swing and stay fucking standing?
There's no way. He can barely walk without falling over. There's no way.
He can't climb the steps to fucking Air Force One. There ain't no motherfucking way that dude is standing on his feet after a legit golf shot.
No, there's no way.
No. And then, dude, that dude ain't an 18 handicap. All right? An 18 ain't great.
No, I wouldn't even, if I was anywhere near him.
Look at, I don't know. I didn't say Siri, bitch. My phone.
If you wanted some input
my
too.
phone, like I've shut my phone down, I've turned down the ringer, and I got Siri motherfucking interrupting me. How the fuck does that happen? That's hilarious, but that's good.
No, but I'm not sure if you're too familiar with Mac Miller. He's an artist.
Rapper?
He's a rapper, white artist.
Yeah,
He died a few
I
years
know
back.
who that is.
Well, back in the day, he made a song called Donald Trump. And I'll have to show it to you later. But in that same video, he's Trump is in the golf cart, and like obviously you're not expecting Trump to be like listening to this music, but he puts it on, and oh man, I'll have to show it to you later. But it's just like one of, at least for our culture. Like,
are you able to pull it up and play it now while we sit here?
I don't have the connected to the thing, so we won't be able to record it. But
well, it don't have to be.
But I can show it to you right here. Yeah.
Well, you could put the microphone by it, right?
Yeah.
We could do that. I want to hear it now. This is like, we're to the end of the show.
Yeah.
So
we're
just
about an hour 10 in.
Yeah. So just hang in there a few minutes, guys. You want to hear this? Like, so he was actually playing it on his cart.
Yeah, because they got into the golf cart, right? And they're having a conversation about something, and he says, "Hold up, let me put a song on or whatever." and the person that's with him is like, "Oh, we're gonna play some Frank Sinatra or something like that." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I love Frank Sinatra or whatever." And then he puts the radio on, and it's the song "The Donald Trump" by Mac Miller.
Yeah, but the person he was with was Bryson DeChambeau.
Was it that the one that was recent?
Yeah, that's what you watched that we're talking about. Yeah,
I thought it was a previous clip, because I remember seeing the clip about him saying something about Joe Biden like about a week ago.
that looked like that has happened like in the last few days. That's how recent that shit is. It's like really, really recent. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. That's just badass of him. You know what I mean?
Man. In my eyes, I was just like, what just happened? Because I have a tattoo of Mac Miller. Like, I really enjoyed Mac Miller's music. So just like randomly scrolling through Twitter, and then I just see this video of like, and he was just like, oh, playing some Mac Miller.
It's just bringing up social media like that again while you're finding this. Did you get a chance to check out that video I sent you?
They got the squats and whatnot.
The Cholo video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this. So we were talking a lot about Mexicans yesterday on the show, and what comes up on my phone?
That same video.
That's a classic,
up though, because I've seen a lot of his videos.
It's so funny. I haven't seen it. Now other ones are coming up.
The phone heard you.
Yeah, just basically kind of a Mexican gangbanger workout Is that fair to say? Is that a good characterization of it?
I don't know if you can consider him a gangbanger because he's.
But isn't that the look he's trying to give, or no? That's not it.
Okay, gotcha. I thought you were
know,
talking
the
about him
long shorts, the
specifically.
wife beater, the bandana,
the stereotypical kind of.
What and the way he's talking about it, and he's talking even about like in jail
with the accent and all that.
Yeah.
No.
It's funny stuff.
That guy's he's a funny guy. He does a few of those videos and they're hilarious.
But it's just funny that it came up, and that hasn't come up on my phone in any way until yesterday when we were
talking about it.
When we were talking about that kind of thing, and just good. So, no.
There's so many Donald Trump videos.
No, not that. I thought you were going to play Mac Miller song, the Mac Miller song.
Oh, you just want to hear the song?
I just wanted to hear the song, man.
I can do that. No, that's easy. I thought you wanted to see the actual
No,
clip.
I saw the other clip. I didn't see the clip part of him playing Mac Miller.
Yeah,
but I just wanted to hear what the Mac Miller song was he had.
Gotcha.
See, this is a new relationship for Chase and I, and we're learning each other.
Here, I'll go and play it right here for you. Might have a commercial. Give me 5 seconds.
All right, 1. I'll keep talking so we don't have dead air space, because that's never a good thing for radio, even though.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Takes a second.
That's all right. We're going to have to hook up the computer into there in the future.
Yeah, I'll have no issues.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, Sap, what's good, bro? This man's kind of high out here. Hey, yo, the flyest motherfucker in the room. Yeah, you know it's me. Bitches hating on him because he started out here locally. Hopefully, I'll be at the top soon. For now, I'm at my house on the couch watching cartoons. You know how much you love it when you get it in abundance.
This is the song he was playing?
No, listen to what he says. He says Donald Trump's name.
All right. And that Trump would have that on his playlist. That's good shit, dude.
I respect it. Like I said,
dude, how can you not love a president like
man.
that, dude? If that's not real
Like
and authentic.
I love Mac Miller. So when I saw that, I was just like,
we're pulling you over to the other side, brother.
Respect. Ever since this whole like the few past months, I've been leaning. I've definitely been leaning more towards this because a lot of questionable stuff going around.
A lot of questionable shit going on. That is for sure. Well, I appreciate all your hard work today, and we'll get back at it next week.
Yeah.
And just it's been good, man. Like we're almost there to the first goal. And then from there, we're going to build this motherfucker, dude.
Hell yeah. I'm super excited. It's good.
And we need you
great
guys, too. We need you. We appreciate everything, for the little bit of time that you give us, whether you give us 5 minutes or 50 minutes, that, listen to me ramble about whatever the fuck I ramble on about. But we're trying to build something that isn't just a podcast, but a family of guys. And that's what I said when I got off track when you asked me about the side of my MAGA hat, that we don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to agree with everything that I say or anything like that, but similar and like-minded, that mostly we agree.
Yeah.
Not everything, but mostly. And that you're into fitness, that you want to be the best you can, that you want to be a hustler, you want to grind a little bit. You want to have some knowledge about things that you care about, and one of the things that I care about is this country and sharing that and sharing our shared patriotism, and that I will defend this motherfucker, because that's something else I didn't talk about this episode, but earlier today, the police pepper sprayed some peaceful protesters who were no longer peaceful, and were marching outside of Congress that, you know, these were pro-Palestinian protesters, anti-Israel protesters, and there was a line. They crossed the line, and when they do that, they're putting police officers at risk, right? The same thing that they said about the January 6th protesters.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody come out and condemn them yet. Where is Biden in telling them that they need to peacefully protest? And they burned American flags, flew Palestinian flags. All right,
Like
yeah,
on drones?
that all happened at I don't know. That's just what I seen
yeah.
earlier. So yeah, that's where we're at. That kind of bullshit and lies, and you know, I care about this country, and there's a lot of great patriots out there, and just a place for us guys that we like sports, we like women, we like good-looking women, maybe a little more. And I don't know if you've ever seen, but like the Republican Party has more good-looking women than Democrats do by a lot. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing, dude. Dude, pull up Republican women congressmen and then pull up Democratic women congressmen and take a look for yourself. And you tell me what the percentage is. Who has more? And I'm telling you, it's Republicans, man, by a long shot. Just in general, man. Look, when you see, like, I was going to end the show. When you look at, like, news broadcasters, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you look at the channels, whatever you think of Fox News, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But Fox News has better looking women than MSNBC does. Now, I'm not saying MSNBC doesn't have any good-looking women. I'm just saying the conservative channels have more good-looking women. It's just true. And they really hate them because they're also smart. Yeah. Anyways, I meant to end the damn show. So, hey, thanks for being with us. Come back again. Check us out. Really, my pleasure to do this. God bless. This is the Outlaw Apostle Show. I'm the fucking guy. It's in the works. We told you we're coming up with a couple of shirts. If you are interested in the Only Felon shirt and you're interested in the Fight shirt, these are Outlaw Fitness Gear shirts. They are great. They're comfortable. The fit is true. They really don't shrink. They're soft. You can wear it to the gym. You can wear it out to your favorite barbecue place, you know, your favorite wing place. They're just really nice shirts. So we're going to have those up and available. There's only going to be a couple hundred of each and not, you know, maybe 20, 25 in each size or something like that. And to get them, you need to check out this. Just contact us with this email. We'll get back to you right away and tell you what you need to be able to do to get them, because we do not have a website for this. But these are pretty cool. I think you're going to like them. Check them out. If you do, we'll get you hooked up. I'm the fucking guy.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah. Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say, I got them picking up the pieces.